everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be about meal planning, and I'm a really big believer in meal planning because I feel like if I plan out all of my meals, then I know exactly what I'm going to eat and it helps me stay on track and be more successful. So I thought it would be fun to just show you exactly what I do. So for those of you that might not know where to start when it comes to meal planning or just might need some ideas on where to get more recipes, then keep watching this video. So the first thing that I'm going to show you is the dry erase board that I have on my refrigerator. I always use this to put our suppers down. So as you can see, I've got it for the month of January and the last 2 days of January. Tonight we are having the creamy corn and potato chowder, and the recipe is from the Skinny-ish Dish, and I've never tried this before, so I'm really hoping it's good. So that's what we're having tonight, and then tomorrow we always have homemade pizza on Friday night, so that's what we're having tomorrow night. And so then I don't have anything for the next couple of weeks, so that is what I'm going to be planning out today. I like to have this marker board up here because then I can easily just look and see what we're having and make sure that I take out meat from the freezer that we might need. And my husband also does Weight Watchers, so he can just look here and see what we're having for supper and make sure that it is tracked in his WW app. So once I figure out all of my meals for the next couple of weeks, then I will write that up here on the board. Okay, so to plan out my meals, I just use a regular notebook and I just write the days of the week that I need meals for on the notebook, and then I just figure out what I'm going to have each day and I write that down. I do have my Skinny Taste meal planner, but I'm a perfectionist, and so I always want to make sure that I know exactly what I'm going to have first before I write it in here. So I'm going to just start writing the days of the week, starting with Saturday. And I do for 2 weeks at a time because I like to get groceries every other week. So I plan out for 2 weeks. All right, and that's a good stopping point right there. So I've got the days of the week written down, and I like to go ahead and just put in the days that I know we like to go out to eat and the days that we like to just make homemade pizza. So Saturdays we like to go out to eat. So I'm going to put out for Saturday, and I don't have to plan anything for that night. And then on Fridays we do homemade pizza. But I do know that next weekend we are going to go out of town, and so we are not going to eat at home on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So I'll just go ahead and put out because we'll be gone those days. So now I have 9 meals that I need to come up with, and I will show you how I do that. So to figure out what I'm going to have, I like to use Pinterest, and I have an account on there, and I have different boards set up, and I have a board for WW friendly recipes that I like to look through and see what sounds good for the next couple of weeks. So I like to scroll through that board and see if anything catches my eye. So I like to look at different recipe websites that are WW friendly. My favorite one is the Skinny-ish Dish. So sometimes I like to just look at their website and see if they have any new recipes that they've posted recently. And so it looks like she has a barbecue pulled chicken that looks really good. And then if I don't have them saved on Pinterest, then I like to make sure that I save them. So I'm going to save that one. And I always like to try to find different recipes that are kid friendly because my kids don't like a lot of spicy foods. Tater tot topped chicken pot pie. That looks interesting. I'm going to make sure I bookmark that to Pinterest. So I just click on the Pinterest and make sure I have it saved to the WW friendly recipe board. And this one I'm going to save as well. That looks pretty good. So I'm having a hard time getting it to come up. I don't know if it's being slow or what. So if I can't get it to click up there, then I just go back to Pinterest and I type in the recipe and see if I can find it. And there it is. So then I will just save it that way. That works. And another website that I like to look at is the Pound Dropper. She has some really great recipes, and I've tried a lot of them, and they're always really good. So just look and see. Oh, she's got Super Bowl recipes. That's a good idea, because Sunday is the Super Bowl, so I'm not really sure what we're going to do as far as supper. I'm taking my kids to see the Frozen 2 movie and in the afternoon, so it'll have to be something quick and easy. Super Bowl recipes. Oh, she has really good recipes. Ooh, those look good. That pizza. Chick-fil-A nuggets. Buffalo chicken dip. That looks so good. Deviled eggs, stuffed mushrooms. Yummy. Sometimes sitting here scrolling through all these recipes and food ideas makes me hungry. So, air fried chicken Philly cheese egg rolls. That looks good. All right. Chocolate chip muffins. Ooh, that looks really good. The creamy sun-dried tomato penne pasta with chicken. That looks really, really good. We might have that sometime in the next couple of weeks. There's a way to save it to Pinterest. Maybe. Okay, WW friendly recipes. There we go, we saved that one. Make sure that showed up. Yep, it did. Okay. And let's see, another good one to try is skinnytaste.com. She has some really, really good recipes. And I will post a link to all my favorite recipe websites in the description box below so that you can check out their websites. So basically what I'm doing is just scrolling through websites, looking for meal ideas, recipes, and then when I figure out, you know, something to have, then I'll write it down on my meal plan. So I'm back at my Pinterest board, and I think I'm gonna just go ahead and start scrolling through this and finding different ideas. Because like I said, I only need 9 meals, and one of them is going to be the creamy sun-dried tomato penne pasta with chicken. And I like to do pasta usually on either Sundays or Wednesdays. So I think I'll do it on Wednesday. So let me just show you. I'm going to just write it down for Wednesday. Sun-dried. I'll just put penne pasta. For that Wednesday. And then we have 8 more meals to do. And Tuesdays I like to try to do kind of Mexican. So I've got 2 Tuesdays that I need to figure something out for. This Sunday is the Super Bowl, so I think I'm going to do kind of something quick and easy. So I was thinking, because I know I have wontons in the refrigerator, so like these French dip wontons from Emily Bites are really, really good. She also has a buffalo chicken one that I might make, and I think I have that under appetizers. Yep, these, well, nope, those are the enchilada ones. Yep, buffalo chicken. These ones are really good too, so I might make the buffalo chicken and the French dip ones on Sunday. because I have some wontons that need to be used up, and I know I have Laughing Cow cheese. I'm just gonna go ahead and plan to make those. She calls them wonton cupcakes, but I have to be careful about saying that, because one time I did that and my kids asked me what we were having for supper, and I said, you know, wonton cupcakes, and they thought we were actually having cupcakes for supper. So I just call them wontons. So I'm gonna go ahead and write those down for Sunday. And let's see, let's go back to the friendly recipe. And I'll also post a link in the description box to my Pinterest board so that you can look through and see what I like to make. And hopefully that'll give you some ideas. So I'm going to just go ahead and look through these and write down my meal ideas. And then I will show you what I have written down when I'm done. Okay, so I figured out all of my meals for the next couple of weeks, and as you can see, I crossed out this right here and switched it to a different day. So that is why I like to just write it down here on the notebook before I transfer it to the meal planner, because sometimes I change my mind and I just want things to look nice. So I have the French dip buffalo chicken wontons from Emily Bites for Sunday for the Super Bowl. And Monday night we are having burgers and fries. And Tuesday we're having white chicken enchiladas, and the recipe is from the Pound Dropper. And Wednesday we are having the creamy sun-dried penne pasta with chicken from the Pound Dropper. And Thursday we'll be making the broccoli cheese potato soup from Skinny Taste. And like I said, we'll be gone the next weekend. So on Monday I have the tater tot chicken pie from the Skinny-ish Dish. Tuesday I have just regular beef tacos, and I don't follow a recipe for that. I just use just regular crunchy taco shells, and then I just use 96% ground beef mixed with taco seasoning, and then we just top it with some cheese, tomatoes, and lettuce. So Wednesday I have spinach manicotti, and the recipe is from Skinny Taste. And Thursday we're gonna have the Philly cheese stuffed peppers from Skinny Taste, and then of course homemade pizza on that Friday. And for the homemade pizza I use the 2-ingredient dough to make that. So that is our meal plan for the next couple of weeks. And this is for supper, and I also like to plan out my lunches. And so then what I do is I just write here lunches. Oops, I kind of crossed it out, but whatever. And then I just write down the days of the week again, like I did before. Okay, and like before, I know next weekend we're gonna be gone. So I'm just gonna put gone for that Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And so then I just figure out what I'm going to have for lunches all of these days. And so to figure out what I'm going to have for lunches, I like to look through Instagram. I follow a lot of people that just post different meals that they have, and sometimes I find something that looks good, and so then I will try to make that. So sometimes I just kind of scroll through Instagram. Sometimes I go to my own Instagram and kind of see like the different things that I've made in the past that might sound good. You know, I like to make a lot of quesadillas, especially chicken quesadillas with the Olay tortillas. I like the cauliflower chicken strips. Sometimes I will have that. I'm not really big on leftovers for lunch, so you won't usually see me reheating leftovers for lunch. That's just my personal preference. These buffalo chicken stuffed breadsticks are absolutely delicious. So sometimes I just kind of scroll through my own Instagram and just kind of see what I've eaten previously, what sounds good. These chicken bites from Sam's Club are really, really good, and they're only 7 smart points for 8 pieces on the green plan. So those are a really good option, and I'm actually having those today for lunch. So sometimes I like to just scroll through my own, and then sometimes I also have some saved posts and have ideas from other people that I have saved. And so sometimes I'll just scroll through and see if there's anything that sticks out to me. And then I have a bunch of Instagram profiles that are bookmarked that I like to just go through their profiles and see what they have, because they have a lot of food ideas. And so sometimes I'll just go through those, and I'll post some links in the description box below of some of my favorites that I like to get meal ideas from. So I usually just kind of scroll through, get inspiration, get ideas, and then I write down what I'm going to have for lunch each day. So I'm going to go ahead and go through some of these and find some ideas, and then I will show you what I come up with. Okay, so I have all of my lunches planned out, and I'm not going to go through each and every single one of them, but I have them written out, and I also have written out a few snacks to have. But I plan out my snacks based on however many points I have left. And so some days I don't really have hardly any points left. And so I usually then have like a piece of fruit or something that is 0 smart points for those days. So I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to have for snacks each day. It just depends on the points. So I will have to wait until I put all of my meals in my WW app to see how many points I have left each day for snacks. So then with this list, I will transfer it to my Skinny Taste meal planner, and I will also transfer the suppers to my dry erase board in the kitchen. And then I'm gonna start my grocery list, and I just go through each meal and make sure that I have all of the ingredients for the recipe. Okay, so now that I have my meal plan all set, then I look through each meal and make sure that I have all of the ingredients to make them so that I can make my grocery list. I find it really, really important to make sure that I have all of the ingredients because I live out in the country, and so there is no such thing as a quick run to the grocery store. It is a 20-minute drive just to get there and a 20-minute drive back, and so it's just not very feasible to just run to the grocery store. And so I like to make sure that I have all of the ingredients that I need. This happened to me a couple of weeks ago. I was making the chicken pot pie casserole from the Skinniest Dish, and I thought I had the Bisquick mix, but I did not. And so I had started making supper, and I realized I didn't have it, and so I had to improvise and use the 2-ingredient dough to make the biscuits, but it turned out well. But I still like to make sure I have all of the ingredients that I need. So now I'm going to show you my dry erase board with my meals all written on it. Okay, so now you can see that I've put all of the meals up on my dry erase board, and I've changed the month to February. So I just have everything written up there so that I can easily see what we're having each night and make sure that I take the meat out if I need to. And that is basically how I meal plan. I hope you guys liked this video seeing how I meal plan, and if you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up and hit subscribe if you're not already. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye!